Welcome, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation. I am on the US server, and we are here because we are doing a guided base tour with Superman, double N. So, let's go and see if he's on. So, we have seen a couple of Superman's bases before, and they were really beautiful. He has two more for us to see, which I believe we're going to look at both today. But I wanted to do a guided tour with him because he has some very specific things that he is referencing with his base build and his styles. And people can write down information for me about their base, and I can reiterate that to the viewer. But his styles in the armories, I wouldn't know which one is which. I don't know Superman well enough. So we're going to go with Superman. I mean, I don't know the actual Superman from the comics well enough, so we're going to go with Superman, the person who's doing the base tour. You know, the two different Supermans. The double N Superman. We're going to do his base tour with him telling us everything that he's got going on, because I wouldn't have a clue. So, it looks like he's on. Can you still hear me?
Yep, I hear you now.
Ah, there we go.
There it is.
For those who are watching, this is Superman. He has his own YouTube channel. I will plug it. This is his YouTube channel. And we're going to go and have a look at both of his bases today. So which one do you want to start on?
I would say we can kind of start with TheChasam.
All right, let's go. Oh, I have so many with access. There we go. Okay, TheChasam. Yeah. Let's go. Is there anything you wanted to say about your channel or anything like that for my audience?
I just wanted to also say hello. My apologies for not saying that well after her intro, but I just want to say hello. And yes, I do have a channel. And for the plans of my channel, I do have a video in the planning works tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. I don't know when I'll post it, but if I do it tomorrow, it will probably be posted later on that day, on the same day. So
I don't know when I'll post this one either, so tomorrow might not be 100% accurate. So I've had a look on his channel and I can't see the video that he is talking about here. So I guess that's kind of a good sign because that means it's forthcoming. But I will just say that when I record a video with someone else's voice in it, the editing process is a little more fiddly because often the vocals from their recording peak. And unfortunately, what I hear while we're playing the game versus what is recorded is quite different. So I do have to fix up quite a bit of it. So it takes me a little while to edit this, and we actually spent 3 hours. So it's a long edit for this one.
Yeah, that sounds like tomorrow for me. I have a video planned. It's going to be kind of like an event thing for the anniversary. It's going to be a Council of Superman. Like I have a league called Council of Superman, and I have a whole bunch of friends in it, and Supermans from like different Earths. Oh, cool. So we're all just going to go into the raid, the Anti-Monitor raid, and just fight Anti-Monitor and just run that for a video.
Oh, sweet. Actually, I think I've seen some of your, like, league in a couple of... Is it a screenshot or a thumbnail? I'm not sure. It could have been on X, where you had a whole bunch of different Supermans all lined up in the shot. That was good.
Some of them were my league or a part of my league, and then some of them were just others that were just Kryptonians that were just kind of enjoying the fact that we were just all there.
That's awesome.
Which is kind of great.
I'm going to apologize. I'm the one who should have, like, let you say hello and everything. I got excited. I like seeing your bases.
No worries. It's all good.
All right. Well, let's follow you.
Oh, cool. So, starting off, this is TheChasam. I will say for like all of my bases, kind of when I came up with it for my character, I kind of just wanted to be like the best version of Superman that I can portray, especially the NPC himself.
Yeah.
So with this base, this is TheChasam, hence the name of the base. And obviously with the part I just did, there's a part in the raid to where you can kind of like break through a lot of walls and clear stuff and everything like that. So that's kind of like that aspect of you breaking through it.
Yeah. So it's very, very similar to the actual raid that we play in game, which I love.
Yeah. And I know you love these pieces from the tour, and these pieces are actually called the Icicle Trios, if I remember
correctly. Are they from
correctly.
Christmas?
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's right.
If I remember correctly, they should be from Christmas.
I don't recognize. I need to have a better like understanding of the furniture because honestly, some things I look at and I go, I don't know where it's from, but they look great in here. Yeah.
Thank you.
No
From what
problem.
I know, I think these are from Christmas. If not Christmas, then I honestly don't remember. But I'm
I have
pretty
no
sure I
idea
got them
either.
from Christmas.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got them from Christmas.
They look a little bit
Likewise
like
with
stalagmites instead of like actual icicles.
yeah,
They're kind of cool.
that's the craziest thing. I
Yeah.
think that's the name of them too. It's trio stalagmites or trio icicles or
Oh,
something like that.
I'm an
Which is the
accidental
funniest thing.
genius.
There you go. Um, I know also in the tour video on this base you were asking what these base items are on the floor and on the ceilings. These are actually, you are correct on the name of them. They are something called frost, is hoar
Oh,
frost actually.
oh, okay. They look
So
so
you were kind of
good.
close.
Yeah.
These ones, these ones are actually from Christmas. I know that for a fact. So I'm pretty sure
Okay.
everything in this base is Christmas based.
All right. I believe you.
Um,
I just don't recognize them for some reason.
yeah, the rocks are actually from this event currently, that anniversary event.
See, anytime I really don't know an item, I think it's from Anniversary because it's the event that I have the least amount of furniture knowledge from. So thank you. I'll keep
Yeah,
that in mind. I need a lot of rocks on my Switch for a character. So.
no problem. I got you. Um, hence our growth. Since I was thinking actually about doing it because I seen this one a Chica video not too long ago of this person who had like a Fortress of Solitude mini model kind of thing. So I was
Yeah.
gonna change it up and do it for the base, but I kind of like what I did with all the Sunstone growth in here,
It's hard when you
replicating
really
like
like
every level of it.
something. You don't want to change it
Yeah.
up. Yeah. I have that problem.
So
I don't want to change mine, and what I'll do is I'll make a new base just to accommodate the new thing that I like.
yeah, exactly. But then I'm like, at the same time, I kind of like what I did with all the Sunstone here, because it's just
Yeah.
like in the raid you can see the Fortress of Solitude itself throughout like the majority of the raid usually.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You can.
But it's kind of like what I did was like, since it's like obviously like a minier, smaller modeled version, that's kind of what you get with every level you go through throughout the base. It's like you'll see a part of the fortress here, you'll see the middle level of the fortress, and then obviously you'll have the entryway because at the end of the mission, Superman
Yeah.
says himself that the chasm is actually one of the entryways to the fortress.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I have it like set up this way. And funny enough, if you do have flight, I kind of found this out randomly, but like
Oh, I do.
if
Hang
you
on. I'll pop my
kind
flight
of,
on. Give me a
if
sec.
you kind of, you're good. If you hear a dog barking, it's my dog. She kind of barks at everything. But
She's upset that you're not giving her all the attention.
I know, right?
Yep.
But it's kind of like if you get into a specific spot in this corner and kind of
Okay.
like look at all the sunstone at once, I can move this peacefully, but for the most part, if you kind of like get under it in a sense, like right here, if you look at every level, it will kind of just look like the Sunstone Fortress all on one go from all the levels
Oh, I see
that
what
you
you
kind of look
mean. I
at.
need to get further back. Hang on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to depict, but I
Oh, I
noticed
really
that and I was
like
like,
that
oh yeah, I'm getting
view.
it.
That looks so
Yeah.
good.
Especially it's kind of like when you're like looking at all the other base items and stuff around and all the
Yeah,
flooring and everything. It just fits. So that's
it
kind of like my favorite
does.
part about this base.
You did so good.
So thank you. So I guess the mini model of the fortress isn't a need if that's the case scenario. Um, and that's pretty much it for this base. Like I tried to just make it as iconic as possible in a mini model way.
You did a great job. I love this base.
Thank you.
It's hard for me to not like your bases, and also every time you tell me exactly what they're referencing, I see little bits and pieces of it in there, and I'm so happy. So it's really
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
No
I
problem.
know, obviously, with the Kalayans, if I pronounced it right, I don't even know if I pronounced it right.
I don't
But
know.
I think it's Kalayans or Koleans,
Yeah,
if I'm correct, one of those two.
I
But
say
obviously with
Kaluan.
all
I'm
the,
clearly wrong.
yeah, it's one of those. It works.
Yeah.
But all the Brainiac stuff around, I usually just call it Brainiac because it is
Oh,
technically
that's so
Brainiac-based stuff.
smart. I'm gonna call it Brainiac stuff from now on. That way I don't mess
Yeah.
up.
I usually just call it Brainiac stuff, but all the Brainiac stuff is obviously referencing Brainiac being in the area, and obviously hence all the Brainiac stuff going throughout the caves and tunnels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hence the sparring target. being in here. He is out. I kind of made him as an illusion of an enemy you can just kind of fight before you enter the fortress.
Nice.
Just because. Yeah. Going through the tunnel, obviously being one of the entrances, I have the fortress snow globe here.
I love that too. I remember when I saw that the first time I came through.
Yeah, and you did hit it on the nose. It means going to the other area from another base. But
I'm
as
so
you can tell,
smart.
I kind of have it. Yeah, so it's kind of like how I have it turned to the side though. Is kind of referencing like this is this way's entry to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there's multiple other entryways, and this is one.
Cool.
So that's why I kind of have it turned to the side.
I just love the way this hallway looks. It's so good. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're all good. No problem. Funny enough, I was actually thinking about changing like this section a little bit, not the tunnel part, but like I was thinking about just kind of putting a pillar in the protrusions like this throughout the whole thing. But then I was like, nah, I kind of like the abstract and like you can kind of see through it kind of thing.
Yeah, I like it too.
You know, you can't.
It gives a sense of depth. I like that. I don't think that needs a change. But I mean, if you want to change it, you can.
Yeah, I know,
But,
right?
Yeah.
I might, but I kind of like it how it is. It fits. Boom. But on to the next area. If you do have any questions or anything like that before we leave, you can.
Oh, believe me, I will ask if I have questions, but I don't have any questions because you literally just answered all of them. So,
Cool.
what did you do? Like, watch my video on your base right before we started recording? Because I don't even remember some of the stuff I said, but you clearly do.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was like after you posted the video of my base, and I watched it a few times.
Oh, that's so good.
I enjoyed your reactions to it, so it was just great.
Thank you. I enjoyed touring them. Which is the next one we're going to? I don't remember the order now.
We are going to PowerrCore.
Beautiful. Let's go. Oh, I remember this one vaguely. It's been a little while.
And
It's
I
nice
did
to
make
go
a few
back.
changes to it.
Oh, really? Good. Okay.
I did.
Oh, I bet you I can't spot them.
You will.
My memory
These
is
are gonna be
shocking.
These are going to be pretty obvious watches.
Okay.
But
Oh, I love how this looks. Can we just appreciate how gorgeous that looks from here? It's so pretty.
go.
I love it.
Basically, in the beginning of the area, or more or less the beginning of the raid, you enter through the door, hence the door being in front of the fortress, obviously.
Yes.
And then there's a hallway that kind of just leads you to and down, but usually in the actual raid, it actually leads you straight into like the trophy area.
Yeah.
But obviously, since we're hence the smaller model, that's why I kind of have it all the way connecting in other directions and whatever the case may be.
Yeah, wherever you were able to fit it.
Yeah. But it's funny enough, I actually kind of looked at my base and like how I have everything set compared to the raid. They're actually in the right spots.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy about that.
That's good. Where do you want to start? Straight through the middle?
Let's go straight through the middle.
Okay.
We'll go straight through the middle.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'm happy to go whichever way you like.
I know you like to
I love this. This is so pretty. The creativity with the way he's structured that. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. You did so good. I love it. And the view when you look from just here and you see the pieces that are up above as well on the second level. It just looks so nice. Sorry.
No, that's all good, no worries. So, as a new little addition, I have a Lex Luthor and a Superman down
You're
here.
right. I definitely noticed those. Yep.
And then I do have this side blocked off as well. Hence, when I ran the mission, there was actually, this is a split pathway, and it had like the blue barriers in front of it.
Yes.
So that's kind of what that shaped barrier is referencing, like the blue barriers, and then obviously Lex Luthor and Superman being on each end, to where it's just like, all right, which one do you want to go down? You want to go with
left
Lex
or
Luthor,
right,
or do you want to go with Superman?
I love it. Yes, beautiful.
We'll take away up here. We'll go upstairs, just to kind of go through here.
I love this view too. Even from up here, this is so cool with the Superman symbol. I
love it too.
This
base is one of
This is my favorite thing. I love it. Look how clever is it? It's so so clever. Oh, it's my favorite thing. My favorite thing. You've done so good on that. Look how cool he looks. Oh, I never would have thought of that. You're a genius.
Funny enough, in my very first fortress, like I started off in like a very small, compacted base like my Chasm one, but then I ended up going like, why don't I just go bigger, go home, and then made my fortress into the House of Legends size base. So I put all my fortress stuff in the House of Legends.
Yeah. Oh, great. That's I love this. That's my favorite thing. Yep. Oh, and I remember you.
One of the ideas I came up with.
Yes, I toured this without explaining these pieces as well. The 3 that you've got, you should, because we're here with you. You explain.
Yes. So, in the raid, okay, there are 3 specific spots that you have to go to deactivate when you're fighting the Durelii Corrupted.
Yep.
But it's funny enough, in the mission, the crystals are actually representing the 4-player version of it, to where you have to throw the crystals off the cliff.
Yeah.
Or into the chasm to obviously take off a shield while you're fighting them and everything like that. But how I have them set up is kind of how you have it, or how you explained it in your video, to where it's just like the blue on the edges of the Kryptonian seal kind of matched with the crystals. So in my eyes, I kind of see it as the floor seals energizing the crystals.
Yeah, I completely agree. It looks perfect. I love it. I also love the piece you've got going across here. Is that Snowdrift? Going all the way across?
This is actually what we're going to go down to.
Okay.
Section. You'll kind of see why.
All right.
But,
I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to have one more look at Doomsday.
Yeah, take time.
It's my absolute favorite thing you've done in here. I love it so much.
Thank you. Actually, we'll save over there for last, because that's actually a very pretty new addition.
Okay.
But you can take either way go, because they both go and lead into the same thing, obviously.
Yes.
And I'm not conceding.
Now I totally get what this is. I remember going through it the first time. I totally understand this. Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah. I was thinking about changing it and kind of making it all the shade bearers and these sunstone rock formations,
so that we can see through.
I kind of like the walls.
I like the walls. I wouldn't change it. I kind of like it, because it's like when you choose that path, you really have chosen that path, and no one can see you except you. And I mean, there is a little bit where we can peek through and see each other, and then it stops. So it's very accurate. I like it.
Yeah. I try. It's great though. I like it, because it's just like sometimes it's just like when I'm doing things, I'm like, it makes sense.
It does. No, I see it. It totally makes sense. If it makes sense to me, who knows less about the game than you, then it'll make sense to other people. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Now, this is actually a new little detailing addition that I've done, and just a little change. You probably remember it kind of looking like a snake, but I did kind of open it up more, making it a split pathway.
We're surrounded as well. It looks so good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Because in the mission, this is the resonator area. It's where you got to pick up the little energized sunstone crystal and run it to the resonator crystal and everything like that. So in the mission, I actually kind of found out there was a split path back on towards the wall side more.
Yes.
So I kind of actually ended up extending it more, putting in the sunstone there, representing this is the archway part of it.
It's so clever.
And you can just pick which way.
I love the way you've got these pieces in the center as well. They look great asymmetrical.
3 of them.
Yeah. Need another one?
I was gonna have one facing this way. No, I got another one, but I kind of
I like the way it looks now.
The 2.
Yeah. What were you going to say about the... Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I got excited. I need to calm down. I'm not I don't slow down. I'm always excited. Yeah, maybe don't spread that kind of information around.
It's okay. I can keep up. It's all good. So the blue crystals, obviously being the one right here, being the one we have to pick up. I wish we could pick up things in our bases, but that's the one we got to pick up. And with the new little addition, I actually changed the crystal and made one of the blue glow tubes.
That looks pretty.
It's longer.
Yes, and the way you surrounded the base of it. Oh, that's so smart. Oh, I love it.
That's the main resonator crystal.
I am not a
And
big
then go
fan
from
of
there.
those lights, but everybody who uses them does such a good job with them. You've done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
I'm going to use mine now.
No worries. If you need
awesome.
any help, you just let me know, and I can definitely hook you up in how.
Thank you. It
No
looks so
problem.
good. Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Now, I know in your video you did say like how I did this.
I love that.
This is actually like a not outside the barrier kind of glitch, but this is more on like a very tedious like placement.
Yeah, I could
Because
imagine.
the barrier is like right here. So,
Yeah. How
like,
on
it
earth did
stops
you get
here,
your
but-
camera into the right spot to be able to put it on there? Oh.
So actually, if you come to the other end of the wall, they
Yeah.
have a little open
Oh.
area here.
Oh,
So I
okay.
kind of peeked it a little bit and squeezed it through here until I found a little pyramid to get it.
Yes. Oh, okay. I'm
Kinda,
going to
like,
keep that in
spin around
mind.
and everything.
So far, I don't have
Yeah.
any reason to block this section off on the side, but when I do, at least I know the trick now.
There you go.
Because I love that.
I actually tried to get it all the way up here so it can connect to the wall up here, but sadly the barrier cuts it at a certain point to where I
Well,
actually
you
can't
did
place it.
well. I love it there.
Thank you. And this is actually a new addition too up here, because in the mission there is a pathway from the resonator area
Yes.
that leads back to the statue area.
Yes.
It's kind of like a overlook to the statue room, so I have
Yeah.
that in there now to kind of add that.
Oh,
And
that's so
obviously,
nice.
hence the overlook I just stated.
Yes.
So
Oh,
that's
that looks
basically
so
what
good.
that's referencing.
We get so many good views in your base.
Thank you.
I love it.
Now, the big new thing that I actually recently just put in here that kind of makes sense to me for it.
Yes.
Because, like, I'm going to just kind of state it out, but, like, you know how Oracle, he always states, like, Oracle has access to the Fortress of Solitude?
Yes.
So, in my depiction of it, I'm like, okay, why isn't there a supercomputer in the Fortress anywhere? So, I added a supercomputer area, a super science lab to be more specific.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, I love the way you've circled it around with the crystals. And I love your use of the Superman in there. That looks so good.
Yeah, he's my little hologram helper, which is funny because, like, I honestly wish they were bigger because I did actually see it, like, the blue kind of gave off hologram instead of ice, so I was like, I'm gonna utilize that as a hologram since I don't
That's
have
so
any of the
smart.
survival holograms.
Oh, the way you've used this table and clipped the pieces into it. I love this table. Honestly, it's so useful. You've used it so
Yeah.
well. And your screens as well.
love it.
Did you put a signed piece behind the Legion screen? That's clever.
Yep,
So that you don't have to see through to the outside.
yep.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh, and the specimens here. This is beautiful. Oh,
Thank
just
you.
this piece on its own.
thought
I
these-
almost like it more than the Doomsday section. Not quite. But it's really, really good.
It's up there.
Yeah. With Lex clipped through as well right next to the Oracle screen. I love it. Ah. It's beautiful,
Fair
Superman.
enough. Thank you. I have the stars here referencing like the star stuff that goes on because in the Star Daily or Central City, Superman actually does get like corrupted by the Star stuff, so it's kind of just like he's studying why he got and how he got corrupted by it at the Fortress, so the Fortress has the data to know and stuff like that, you know.
That's so clever.
Yeah. And then over here,
I love the way
add...
you're like, yeah, like of course it's clever,
Yeah.
Laura. What do you expect from me, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, I try, so it's just like, I'm glad, like, someone else could actually be like, yo, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yes.
'Cause, like, I would contemplate myself so much when I do certain things, especially while building a base. It's just great for me.
Yeah.
But this little area, I did obviously make it my R&D station, a.k.a. studying red kryptonite.
You've got the chandelier above the capsule, so it looks like they're plugged into each other. I love it. That's so clever. And then, of course, the crystal inside. Is it red kryptonite, or do you need to get a green one? I like the red kryptonite in there.
It's actually the red one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I like the red one.
Yeah, I like the red one in there too.
We know what happens. We know what
If there's
happens
a green.
We're gonna
Yeah.
stay away with green.
Yes. avoid it at all cost.
But it's okay, because actually, surprisingly enough, I have a kryptonite-proof suit.
Oh, beautiful. I love your styles. We have to have your styles explained, because he has the most comprehensive, detailed styles and reasons for them, and it's absolutely brilliant. And that's when we decided we were going to collab for this, because I can't explain them all. He needs to explain. Because you know everything.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll definitely explain it for you for sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Now, obviously, these guys are Lex Luthor robots, but in like every iteration of Superman, he has something called Sunstone robots that are in his base. He has like
guarding his base for him. Yeah. So these are representatives.
That's basically. Yep, those are representatives. As since
nice.
We don't technically have like actual totems we can place in bases. But
yep. Oh, I don't know why my eyes keep watering. Hang on, I'm gonna stop them from watering. I'm not sad. I'm really happy. Okay, there we go. It might be because I just woke. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good. I can understand that.
Thank you. Is this med bay or more study?
Yes.
Med bay.
This is actually the med bay. So let's just say if a Kryptonian or myself were to get injured in battle and needs a sun supercharge. This is actually an artificial yellow sun generator.
That's so clever.
Bed
oh, I love it.
From it.
I love the way you've got the full piece at the head of the bed like that. That's so smart.
Yeah. It's funny enough, I kind of actually made it to where, since the window's right here, I kind of made it to where it's just like the actual sunlight from outside is beaming through the window into the machine. So it's not artificial.
That's that's genius.
Yeah.
You're so clever. It's beautiful.
I was listening. That's another one. I was skeptical about it at first because I was like, I don't know the color of it. The color yellow instead.
It's the best you can get.
Like orange or white.
I mean, there's the one orangey looking one, but I think that would be too lavery. Yeah. I don't know. The yellow makes sense to me. But I will. That's this true. Is my the Doomsday spot we all know, absolutely my favorite. But this section is just beautiful. The items you used are amazing. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's funny enough because I was actually going to add it up here because I know our last collab together we were talking, but about the glitch and everything like that. I was going to actually put a Brainiac up here with an Alexander dimensional ship, referencing him being in the base.
Oh, that's so clever. Are you going to still do that? Is it too tricky?
I technically can. No, I can still do it.
That's such a good idea. I love that.
And it's funny, I don't think I ever explained why Doomsday is actually coming out of the Phantom Zone.
Oh, would you like to?
So in the comics, Doomsday at one point is around the New 52-ish era. But in the New 52 comics, there was a comics to where Wonder Woman was technically like in the middle of the ocean per se, to put it into perspective.
Yeah.
And the Phantom Zone walls were actually fading, and you saw Doomsday fading in and out, fighting Wonder Woman. And at one point, he did break out of the Phantom Zone in the comics.
Yes.
And
so this is representative of this.
Yes,
I
so
love
that's the comic side of it. Now, in-game side of it, you actually saw my alt tune on Evil Friday.
Yes.
I have a Doomsday tune.
Yes.
And my Doomsday tune actually has a Phantom Zone base that I'm still currently in the midst of working on.
Cool.
So
more
also
bases
there for that reference.
Cool. I love it. And yeah, I did like your tune. Yeah. It was funny because your Doomsday was standing right next to Johnny's Doomsday. We were double Doomsdaying.
Yeah. Double Doomsday is fun. Doomsday is actually probably like my favorite DC villain, other than August Hart Godspeed, which is a speedster on the Flash side, and he's a whole different persona.
Fair enough. Wait, I'm not surprised because, I mean, Superman is your favorite hero, clearly. So I'm not surprised that Doomsday would be your choice for villain.
Yeah.
I think I'm biased because my favorite character is Raven, so I love Trigon.
Hey, listen, Trigon is perfectly fine. Because at one point if you ever seen the movie Justice League Apocalypse War,
Don't think I have.
Trigon actually ended up possessing Superman to fight Darkseid.
Oh, cool! I mean, not cool for Superman, but cool to watch.
Yeah, he actually, because he technically needs like a being, kind of like the one last mission with Spectre in the game, so he needs someone possessed to actually do stuff.
Yes.
That's kind of how Trigon is, in a
Yeah,
sense.
I know, and it's interesting.
Yeah, and I have a buddy. He's actually another Superman who was actually around with this Superman DCUO.
Yeah.
Shout out to him if he watches your videos. But he actually has a Luthor Superman style that's pretty dope.
Oh,
or not
sweet.
a Luthor Superman, a Trigon Superman style. I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Even sweeter, in my opinion.
Luthor.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But
he definitely does have a dope Trigon Superman.
I want to somehow incorporate into my videos being able to show off people's styles, because some people have such amazing creativity with their styles. So that's something I'm working on, but I don't know when it's going to happen yet. But really, this is kind of happening today because you're going to show us your styles, right? Right?
Yep, this is actually, luckily enough, you're on the mark, because the next base is SunstoneMatrix. And that's where all of them are. The majority of them are.
I remember, because he showed me so many, guys. He did such a good job.
Yep. So funny enough, I have a new one that I actually am currently like in the midst of having in my wheel, so I will show you that one. But it's better for me to explain them when we get to main one.
Okay. Yeah, I get excited and then I start telling things that we're not up to yet.
That's all good, no worries. Now, for this base,
I love how this looks too. Look at that. It's so good.
Hence the name being SunstoneMatrix. You can step up here because it's better to see from up here from it. But where you spawn in at in the base is actually a perfect iteration of the actual on duty itself.
Yes,
because,
I remember.
You actually don't spawn in like the front of the room. You spawn like somewhere to the side.
Yes.
So it's great. Now with the mission, obviously. This was like the main generator side, and then it had like the two oval. These base items, these are actually in.
That's two together.
Yep, that's two together. Yeah. And these are actually from anniversary event. Same with the Sunstone crystal windows as well, which you'll see down the line.
Yep.
But this is basically the connection to the PowerrCore base, because in PowerrCore you obviously end here.
Yes.
But obviously in the base didn't have enough space to really make it the way I wanted to, so I put it as the beginning of SunstoneMatrix, because it's still the beginning of SunstoneMatrix as well.
Yes.
So this is technically the continuation base of PowerrCore. Technically the end of PowerrCore, start of SunstoneMatrix.
It looks great. This opening entryway is so perfect. You've done so well.
Thank you.
No
problem. I tried to make it as symmetrical as possible. Like, I tried to,
it's really good.
The reason why I have the House of Legends archways were to actually depict, like, that one tube area part that was around it. If you remember when we ran it.
Yeah. I do. Yes. Okay. Yep. Sorry, the last time we collabed was for his channel, and we ran an episode. Or we ran raid. Yep. It went really fast.
It was actually for my Defending the Fortress series that is on my channel.
Yes, which is a good series. If people are interested. I will say your voice is very quiet on a lot of your stuff, so I'm like turning it up trying to hear you.
Yeah, I actually was working on that before this collab. Like, I was making sure my voice was louder and everything like that, and I turned down everything because I actually might post our collab on my end as well.
Sweet, sounds good.
So people can see it. So that's something like I make sure the mic is good on my end and everything like that. So I hope I'm loud enough for your end.
Yes, I think so. I adjust my sound on my end and I think you're fine. But for your end, I hope everything is good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're perfectly good.
Thank you. I remember this. It feels too fancy.
Trying to make it more on like a comfortable end.
Oh,
but surprisingly enough, the luxuriousness of it came with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just leaving.
It's probably because I am unaccustomed to anything luxurious, so even a hint of it, I feel uncomfortable, like I don't belong there, you know? But the way that you have surrounded that bed with all of the sunstone is just gorgeous. Oh, I love that.
Thank you. I will say, like, I knew a few Supermen that actually did it this way, but not this way, but they actually surrounded it in a sense for with the sunstone and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one, so we'll throw that out there now and credit to the other Supermen who did it.
Yep. But I also love the way the back of it is open and we can see outward through that window as well. It's just so nice. It feels too fancy.
It feels too fancy for me too when I made it. So,
Yep.
I'm okay.
That's all right. We can both feel uncomfortable about it together. Oh, and the love heart. I forgot the love heart in the shower. It's lovely in here.
In the reason why I kind of made the room, because in I think it was Superman 2 for Christopher Reeves, him and Lois had a good time in like a bed in the Fortress of Solitude. So that's where the bed came from. Every other thing was just like an aesthetic.
And that explains all the hearts because it goes with that narrative, you know? It's lovely.
Yep. Now on to the main section.
Okay. Oh, I love the way you use these.
So,
it's so pretty.
This is actually referencing when we get through PowerrCore, obviously being the last part that we just came through.
Yes.
And these right here that are kind of facing more to the side are the ones that actually kind of like grew out towards us. When it goes into that little cutscene where it grew out towards us.
Oh, yes.
So that's kind of like what this bridge is referencing right here. That's why they're kind of like turned to the side.
Yes, I love the bridge.
Ones, but
the way you thought of that is so clever too.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then I know you love this idea, this shot.
I know.
You know?
It's so good. I need to do this. I need to, like, I'm gonna create my own floors and my own stairs. I don't care. It's so smart.
I actually do have a friend who actually did the same thing in a sense. So I was just like, I'll do it, and we kind of just share that part.
Yeah, it's genius.
It's great. I love it too.
My friend is the same. He discovers all kinds of clever things, and then I'm like, I can't believe you thought of that. I'm stealing it. Thank you.
Yeah, right?
Yep. It's good. The good thing about having friends, you can take their ideas.
This part of SunstoneMatrix is where General Zod, Non, and Ursa stand, or technically idle and hover until they decide to come out, as it was shown when we were in the raid.
Yeah.
This little black thing in the middle, if you actually go behind it, a little bit, you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah.
It's actually.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's actually from like the back computer stuff.
Is it the back?
That's actually all back computer stuff.
You're a genius! I had no idea. I try not to destroy things when I come in. If I had destroyed it, maybe I would have worked out. Because I did not know what that piece was.
No, you're all good. It's kind of like, I was trying to, because it's funny, because like when we went into the raid, I was like, oh, I already did it. I don't feel like changing it, because it's actually facing like opposite in a sense, or it looks more of like a crown.
Yeah.
In the mission. So I'm like, that's the closest I got. I'll be alright. But since I was just like, I wish I could make it better, but
no, it's great. The assembly of this is great. Just, you can see he's got floor pieces and ceiling pieces all together to make this giant triangular shape around it. It's so pretty. It's so good.
I can actually put you under a lot of the Sunstone clipping.
Yeah. You're a Sunstone clipping master.
Thank you. I wouldn't say I'm a master at it, but I do have
my channel, my opinion.
I'm just trying to say that on the humble end, just in case there's any Superman that watch the channel.
He's humble. I'm just gushing. It's beautiful.
And then obviously the teleporter.
Oh, yes.
It's in the real spot, but I have the Fortress of Solitude in it. Referencing this is another end of the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
Now, for the bottom end of the base, like if you kind of stand here, I think I told you the last time, but like how the bottom of it references is kind of just like the bottom aspect of the big window
I
to see
know.
part of PowerrCore again.
Look how much work he put into that. It's so perfect. Oh my goodness. He
And
did so
actually,
good.
I'll let you check it out and get a
I'm
closer depiction
allowed
of it so you can
inside!
see.
Look at
Yep,
that. Look
I'll
how
let
many
you get a
windows he
little
put across the
depiction.
back. It looks so good. I love it. And then if we look out too, look at how he's put all of the sunstone crystal along the bottom of those shade screens. It's just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I love it. It seems like it's something that was simple to do, but the way that it looks is so grand. Like, so grand. I love that. It's amazing.
Actually, surprisingly enough, like where it's placed at, I was gonna actually move all the sunstone closer to the staircase, but then I was just like, nah, I'm gonna have it blocked off because I did the wall.
Yes, yes.
So I was just like, I'm not even gonna touch it. It looks perfect as it is. And
It
then one of my
does.
friends, she was telling me when she looked at it from like right here, she was like, hey, the way you have it set up, it looks like little people can be running on this.
It does too. She got a point.
I was like, huh, I see what you mean now. I'm keep it that way.
Yeah.
He was like, it looks like little people can be running around on it. I was like, all right, well, stay in that way then.
Yeah, leave it. I do love that. You are so good with the sunstone stuff, honestly. And the amount of pieces you've gotten, you must have run like so much content to get it, or bought a bunch.
Oh my god, surprisingly enough, the majority of the base items, or more or less all of the base items, are from Cheetah Vendor. Like this is the window that's from Anniversary Event.
Yeah, but you've got that along the back over there too, so you must have bought quite a few to get that section looking the way it does. I love this window. And it goes in this base so perfectly.
I love this window too. It's like the best illusion, since it's just like our fortress isn't as big as we want it to be. It gives us an illusion of we can have a bigger fortress, and I love it.
Absolutely.
And now,
yay!
We are on to the styles.
Styles! Oh, they look so cool. Look! He's got more in another base too. That's so cool.
Now, I did switch one out because I do actually have a style that I'm currently utilizing in my wheel. But if you remember my black suit from my main fortress, I did move it here.
Yes.
And I actually, obviously, as you can tell in my hands, I actually recently added
the weapons
pistols to it.
Oh, they look great.
I actually added 2 pistols.
If you keep facing the way you're facing, I'll drop behind you so that people can see your character better. There we go. Oh, you look great.
So, the reason why I actually added 2 pistols to it is because in the comics, this is actually his recovery suit, and he does actually weld 2 pistols. So,
which is weird for Superman, but why not?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But he was actually welding 2 guns or 2 machine guns while recovering his powers because he lost his powers after fighting Doomsday.
Oh, that's fair. He needs something to compensate for the lack of power that he had. That makes sense. And that's bioluminescent for the material, isn't it?
Yes. So I have
such a good choice
on here because in how I kind of see it, if it's going to be a recovery suit, I'm not going to have it all pitch black. So why I have it set to like a gray, like a grayish white, and it's like moving, and I put bioluminescent on it, is because
it's like it's actually doing something.
Exactly.
Like healing him.
Yes. Regenerating and healing me and getting my powers back and everything.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so clever.
Yeah. Funny enough, now that I have these new weapons on it, I actually put the diamond chroma on it.
It looks good.
You'll see why I use the diamond chroma on one of my other styles in the next base, which is my main fortress.
They look like Sunstone pistols.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Funny enough, these SMG pistols are the Kryptonian style
pistol
weapons. Yep.
That's perfect. I wouldn't have known. I don't know which one. Oh, I like both. Yeah. I do like both.
I kind of like them, but then I was just like, I have a style that has reason, why I have it the way I do.
Okay. I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh, yeah, we will. Actually, since I do have it on my wheel, I'll show you. But I won't explain it in 2.
Oh, he looks amazing.
So, This is actually a new suit that I've came up with. Basically, to put it simply, this is a Sunstone-based suit. So
It's
this is the
so
suit that the
pretty.
Fortress itself gave me after it's been built.
What is the chroma that you're using? Is that the same chroma, the one you said?
This is actually the diamond chroma, yes.
Oh, I didn't expect. Oh, my camera moved weird. I didn't expect it to look like this after seeing it on the weapon because we only get one swatch on the weapon. You look amazing. I love the way you've incorporated the different pieces. The shoulder piece. The shoulder piece is so good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Funny
Oh,
enough, with the cape's material is actually scorching chroma. And the
yes.
reason why I have it as scorching chroma is because when this suit was made, it came with solar energy absorption.
I get it.
And
And
it
that looks
comes
like
through
the
the cape.
sun. Ah!
Yep.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
you
actually
look
love
great.
it. Surprisingly enough, I actually recently made this one one-handed with another Kryptonian weapon.
Oh, nice. With the same chroma on it.
So this,
It looks
with the
great.
same chroma.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are the boots? The boots are not Sunstone because they're too small. Are they demonic?
They're Sunstone. They're Sunstone Edge.
Oh, I'm mixing them up. Yes. Okay, cool. You look great.
They're Sunstone's Edge.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, I have this suit, and to explain this suit is actually called Milkman Man. Don't know why it's referenced or named that, but apparently this version of Superman, from what I know, is actually one of the strongest versions of Superman. I don't know why, but he is a fifth-dimensional being.
You look so fancy.
I don't know why he did it that way, but that's what he kind of looks like. He is a younger version of Superman, which is surprising.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna tell me to enjoy my flight.
Yeah. He
But the cape
does look like a pilot.
The cape obviously means he's not a pilot, but just he looks so dapper. He's feeling a little. He goes with that bedroom that you've got kind of perfectly, because I feel like he's a little bit higher class than I am. You know, he looks awesome.
Listen, if I learned more about this one, I would definitely throw it on. But from what I know, he is a fifth-dimensional version of Superman.
Yep.
And he has an obsession with milk, I guess, or he's a milkman in the fifth dimension.
He looks very formal for a milkman.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, that's a milkman?
Yeah.
No way. But
It looks really
on to
good.
the next one.
Yes. I
This
love the
next
look of
style.
this. Ah, look how cool. Okay, let me get behind you again. Wait, stop. Okay. Because I want the camera to be right on you so they can have a good look. Ah.
That's really good.
What is the chroma?
The chroma is speech sound material.
Oh, I hated that material. You used it so
Yes.
well, darn it. Things that I don't like in the game, other people use so well. I'm a little jealous.
So I actually got a friend who told me about this Superman. This
Yeah.
Superman is actually named Sand Superman.
At least it's not milk.
Yeah, it's not milk, but it's sand. So let's just say he's basically the Sandman for Superman, if that makes sense. So Sandman being from Marvel, Spider-Man's villain.
Yes.
This is basically him, but for DC
So
in a
cool.
sense.
Is that the sparking skin with it as well?
This is actually the terrestrial skin.
Oh, terrestrial. It matches so well. I was going to be like, how on earth did sparking match with sand? It's terrestrial. That
Yes.
explains it. You look so cool.
Surprisingly enough, Sparking's actually a little bit better.
Oh, true. But it's too yellow. You picked correctly. Yeah, the terrestrial's way better. I don't think I've ever had the terrestrial skin before, so that's probably why I didn't recognize it. But you look amazing. You look like you could fall apart into sand because of the texture on your outfit, plus the aura, plus your skin. It looks like he could turn into a pile of sand if he wanted. It's very visceral. I like it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I actually love the Earth power for this because
Yes.
Earth power is literally the only power that makes sense for this style, and it's great.
Absolutely
But,
agree.
There's a few moves that would actually make this look a little bit better and make a little bit more sense. So I have this move here. In and then you go from there from the style.
That looks so good. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Thumbnail. It's great.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now,
It's putting my styles to shame.
This is one of my favorite ones, but this is one of the styles that I wish we were able to have like multiple powers on the game with.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm earth powered, but then I can have quantum or atomic attached to it for like different styles.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is one of them.
You look so pretty. I'm so sorry if that's an inappropriate word choice, but that's beautiful. Look how pretty. It's all sparkly. Oh, I love it.
So
I want a style that looks like this.
So this version of Superman is actually Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. I forgot the actual name of this Superman style specifically.
Yeah.
But apparently from what I've learned about this Superman, this is another version of Superman's strongest forms, because this version, during the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, he actually absorbed all of his universe's energy to be able to fight.
That explains so much. That is, you made it look beautiful. Is this style based off of a visual representation or just based off of the knowledge that you have? It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. You did such a good job. I'm curious to see that Superman now. I'm gonna have to look it up, I think, because you look so good.
You'll like this version of Superman. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks amazing. What is your cape? What is the cape? What is the chroma material on it? Because that looks.
It is the bleed.
Oh, it's bleed.
From Anniversary.
Oh, yep. I use bleed so often, and I didn't Oh, my camera spun around, and I didn't recognize it because I use dark colors with it. Darn it! I have to use it with light colors. I honestly, all my characters look really dark. It's very rare that they look really bright and light, unless they're maybe water or quantum. And this is the color of water and quantum. I need to do this. It's beautiful. I can't believe how good that looks.
I would say this is probably the one style I wish we were able to have multiple colors on, because I would put quantum on the style immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, you're so good at building styles, honestly. My styles, but this is me. My character is styled as me right now. This is kind of boring by comparison. I should have dressed up.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, thank you. He's just being nice.
The best version of a style is yourself, so hey.
Thank you. That is the best compliment ever.
Then from
your
version
chroma
of
is so
Superman,
good.
he is actually another version of Death Metal Superman.
Okay.
His name is Last Son Superman or Kill All Superman, so you can iterate both.
Is he bad? It sounds like he's bad.
He is.
Oh, there you go.
Is. Yeah, I forgot. He is a powerful version. Like, I actually recently watched a video, or watched a live Iconic Simulation. He was actually explaining my style, because he actually saw my style and looked at it, and he was explaining it.
He's so good with the styles.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot what he said about the style, but all I know for the most part, hence the title being Death Metal.
Yep.
This is another version of Death Metal.
What is the chroma that's on you? Actually, I don't recognize many of these. The cape I recognize.
The cape is scorching material, and the chroma, hence the name, or the material, hence the name of the style being Last Son.
Ah. I think, actually, I remember you telling me about this when we were last on together. And I love it. I'm just in awe. It's just beautiful. Oh, my camera really likes to just spin around in circles sometimes. But the combination of everything you've got together is absolutely beautiful. You look so amazing. I love it.
It's funny because I think for this style, I had this style for a while, but it was like an on and off kind of style because I found so many more.
Yes.
But with this style, I actually used to use the magma or lava material. If I remember correctly, one of those
it wouldn't have had as much movement as this. The movement on this is gorgeous.
Exactly. And the funniest part is about this material, they actually, during the live that they had about the Kryptonian General Time Capsule, they actually stated, like, this material was actually from the Death Metal Last Son Superman himself. Like, they saw the Superman, and we were just like, we need that style. So
it's the perfect one.
And everything, and they played in the game.
Yeah. You look
the style back. I was like, they bought a material for it, gotta make it again.
Yeah, need it.
I just wanted to also say that not only are his styles really, really beautiful, but they are so accurate. If you want to look up the style that he is attempting to emulate, it's spot on. Like, it's really, really perfect. I'm sitting here looking them all up as I go. This is timestamped, so you can do the same if you like. And he's so good at this.
This Superman is actually Brainiac Superman.
I remember this.
Brainiac Superman.
His face.
So there's currently a series that's actually working on a season 3 that I actually can't wait for.
Yes.
Called My Adventures with Superman. And
Yes.
this is the Brainiac controlled version of that Superman.
I love it. Oh, he looks really creepy. His face in particular. But the style is awesome.
Thank you. I would say highly recommend watching the show. Like
Yes.
the first 2 seasons. And they're so good.
I'm so far, I am
seasons are
so
so
far
good.
behind on my list of things to watch, and everyone keeps adding to my list. I'm never gonna get to watch everything.
My Adventures with Superman, hands down, it's a very good show. I love it. I
Yeah.
can't wait for season 3.
Is this comic? Shaded comic?
Yes.
Brilliant use of it. I love it. You look so good. His
funny
face is
enough-
kind of intimidating. I don't want to meet you somewhere. I'm gonna go over here. Because he looks like he has very bad intentions.
There we go. I'll switch to the classic NPC,
Yay!
big boy in blue.
You're back. I mean, your styling is very, very impressive.
Thank you.
This was my favorite. This was my favorite.
I
It's so
remember that.
pretty. Yeah.
I think that's it for this base, and I
Sure.
think we're on to my main one.
Okay.
Fortress. Oh wait, nope. Actually, no. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I actually have a new fortress
Okay.
that I gave you access to. It's actually called the AV8 Survival Fortress.
Okay,
That's
yes, I
actually
see
my
it.
new addition.
So I haven't seen this yet, right? Nothing of it.
But yeah, this one's a new one.
That's so exciting.
This is
I am
this is the
inside
new
of
one.
Sunstone.
Yeah, the spot is weird. It's like a very, very tedious. I don't know why they have it like this. Give me 1 second. I got you. I'll get you out of there.
Thank you, Superman, my hero. I have to wait for it to come
Everybody
back.
gets one.
Oh, that came back really fast. Sorry?
Yeah, you're all good. I said everybody gets one. One save.
Only one? What happens if I get stuck again? Frankly, that was your fault because you put the floor in there, so you should have got me out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take the blame. But
Oh my
this
goodness.
is actually so. I actually didn't tell you, but for my fortresses, like all of them that I have,
Yeah.
from the Chasm and now to the new edition, this is all on-duty fortress based.
Oh, yeah.
So my actual main Fortress of Solitude is a completely separate fortress in itself.
Fair.
So I have 2 fortresses for my Superman to put a.
So one is kind of like your main fortress base, and this one's like a newer creation that goes more with the other ones. Is that what you mean?
Yep, so basically my Fortress of Solitude is my main fortress, my own personal one that's more on the comic-based,
Yes.
movie, animated series-based, and everything like that. And then I have all the other bases basically being from the on-duty version of Superman himself.
Very nice. It looks so good in here. The amount of ice you had to put around the walls. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
So I will give credit to Vanguard Superman. You probably remember him because you did 2.
I do. I have 2.
bases.
Yes, I have. And I got his
So
mail
you
like way
actually-
after I toured them.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry,
actually
Vanguard.
messaged me. It's all good. He actually messaged me, and I'm actually friends with him. I was actually talking to him earlier,
Yeah.
and he actually did kind of help me out with the second part of this base.
Cool.
So the area that we're in is basically referencing the survival mode part of the Fortress of Solitude when it was out. Like if you remember the Fortress Battler titles, like the 2016,
Yeah.
15, and 17. So this is basically that section. So this is
It's so
basically the
good.
Fortress of Solitude and the survival aspect.
Yep. It's
This
beautiful.
door is closed.
Yes.
This door is decoration. But yeah,
So-
so this is this section.
So that's the door we would use, is the one behind?
Yep.
Beautiful. Oh,
Now, this is the survival section, and the AV8 section
okay.
is the part he mainly helped me with. So you can go on either end. So in the beginning of the base, or more or less from
I got trapped!
what Vanguard explained to me and what
There we
I've
go.
seen, in the beginning of the mission, the
Yes.
villains and the heroes, or vice versa, whatever the case may be, more or less the opponents itself, they're facing each other, they can see each other through the glass, and then they go part separate ways. So like if I were to go my way, if you want to
Okay,
join with
and
me,
I go yours, go the other, or I'll join with
Yep.
you. But, for example.
so you can go with me, we'll go.
No, I'll follow you. Go from your perspective.
So my way, you'll go under the staircase,
Oh, yeah?
and then walk around, and then you're in the area.
That's like a whole labyrinth.
Yep.
That's so cool. That was completely unexpected, honestly. Okay,
Now,
and then this way.
it's the same iteration, where you'll pop out, and you're out in the open area.
Oh,
From what I've seen in the mission, it was like, or more or less in the PvP map, it was very tight spaced.
yes. That's one of the things I
But
dislike, when it's so
after-
tight spaced that I can't move through smoothly.
Yep. But after you are out, obviously the tent's open for everything, so you can walk
Yes.
around and get around and everything like that.
Yes.
From what Vanguard Superman told me, apparently the center area wasn't like a death zone area for some
Yes.
reason. That will shock you when you get inside of it and everything like that. So
I don't remember
this
that.
ice-
But yes.
Yeah, he was saying that this center section is basically like that death trap of electricity that just shocks you whenever you go into it. And apparently in the AV8 map, there were buffs around the map.
Yes.
Apparently the purple one was the strongest one that everybody was afraid of.
Darn right! Purple is the strongest color, guys.
Purple was the strongest one, and that one was one that one-shotted everybody when somebody got it, from what I've heard.
Cool.
Here's another little buff.
Is that the section that
Yeah.
Vanguard helped you create with the purple?
Yep, he helped me design basically almost this whole area.
Oh, great job, both of you.
Thank you. And I let him know too. Up here was a little depiction, like, it was just like, why not cover this section off, and you know.
Yeah. Oh, it looks cool. I like the way it feels
So-
walking through there.
I know, I do too, honestly. So
Yeah.
I might actually change it in one of my other firsts. But in the AV8, there was like an area where you can drop down, and it would
Yes.
take you across the map from dropping down. So you do have two options. So you can just drop down from here,
Yes.
or something that I've kind of added myself as like a
Walking
little
through here
depiction.
again. Sorry, yes.
If you fly, sorry,
Yes.
if you fly, you can come straight through here, and then go through the other side.
Oh, nice.
This has a little tunnel.
So if you're not a flyer, you don't get to take advantage of that. It's like the opposite of the other tunnel. So this one goes above us and the other goes below. I love that. Oh, this is so good.
Then I have another buff, obviously, because there was 3 buffs in it. It was a red one, a blue one, and a purple one.
Yes.
They all had different abilities and distinctive things that you can do with them.
That is a really clever choice to use for them as well. They look really
Yeah,
good
I
in
know, that's
there.
like that was like the only choice that was like good enough. Like me and Vanguard, when I see you like depicted on which ones we can realize, I was just like, those ones.
Yeah,
Those
I
ones.
mean,
Like,
the-
you can't do any of them.
Those things that I hate, the crystal, what are they called? The glow sticks are the only thing that I would
Yeah.
think could also be used, but these are better because they're bigger and more visually appealing. I like it.
Yeah.
It's really good. This is so clever. Anyone who's played through it will probably be like, oh, I totally recognize that. Such clever
Funny enough.
ideas.
This is another little addition that you can go on either end and
We can fly.
back here as well.
Oh, yay! That's so
Or-
cool.
You can walk it.
Oh, you can
or
walk
one
it.
time.
No one misses out.
No one misses
Ah,
out, so you have a little path where you can go if you don't feel like going through this big hallway. You can just cut
Yeah.
through around.
Be sneaky.
That's
Oh, that's so
But yeah,
cool. Very
it's
nice.
just it's just a new little addition that I added because I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna make the on-duty version of the Fortress of Solitude for my Superman, might as well get almost every iteration that I can get.
Oh God,
So,
guys, look how pretty that looks from above. Like I know it's not intended to
but
necessarily be seen from above, but oh my goodness. With all the
you can
glow,
take an
it's so
above look.
pretty. Look how pretty. Ah.
The glow adds so much texture. It's
It
insane.
really does. And depth. It's just beautiful. I'm
Oh,
gonna look from this side. Look at
it
that.
surprises me.
You do such a good job with this.
Thank you.
Your sunstone clipping is beautiful. And you're a genius. Even
Thank
if you're gonna be humble, I'm not.
Thank you, thank you.
No problem.
Funny enough,
Oh.
it's funny because Vanguard actually came up with the going under the stairs idea.
Yeah, it's a good
Which
idea.
is funny for me. Because like I was kind of just gonna have a little bit open. Like I had sunstone protrusions kind of like in this corner
That's so cool. Oh, hang on, I've lost track of
going
you.
through.
I'm going through
That's good.
underneath of the stairs.
No, you're good. Take it out.
My UI is off. Oh, there you are, the staircase. Okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
So like right here, I had sunstone protrusions
Yes.
on the floor, and then I was gonna have like the pillars being closer to the wall.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's just like you'll have an option to go through a little archway here, and then you
Yeah.
have another option to just hug the wall and go all the way across.
I
from
like
here.
it. There's like multiple options. It's like a labyrinth. Different little paths that we can take in here. I love it.
Yeah,
It's so
and that's
cool.
kind of like how the A mission was.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I looked at the map and I was like, it's a very small map, but there's a lot of paths.
Yes.
There's like a lot of paths and everything.
Oh,
It was great.
beautiful. Good job. And good job to Vanguard. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Yes.
Funny enough, with my bases, if you ever decide to like stop by on your own time, all of the bases are literally right outside in the same spot, except for my main fortress.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
two
So
other
we can go
bases.
out and back in and out and back in.
Yep.
Beautiful. Oh, it looks so good. Sorry, I'm just like doing a spin around
Yeah,
it,
no
looking at
rush.
everything. It's beautiful.
Take your time, no rush.
I got it. Oh, it's so pretty.
I love it. I was like, when I seen it, I was like, you know what? That's definitely one section I need to get through.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it
it's
will
so
complete
smart.
the all-day fortress aspect that I'm doing, and it just fits.
Yep.
Now,
I love this room too. Except for the fact that I spawned underneath the floor. That was not fun.
I
But
don't
it's
like
okay.
it either.
You rescued me. We're fine.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Like sometimes, like this base, I honestly wish, like for this base specifically, I wish we can spawn right here.
Yeah, so do I. Most other bases, in fact, all other bases spawn way closer to the door. The fact that we spawn
Yeah.
randomly in the middle is really annoying. Especially when I'm trying to base to as something I've not seen. I don't like to see things before I'm supposed to. I like to do it the way the creator intended. So I like to start at the start and
Yeah.
flow through. And that's so annoying. But can't be helped. It's up to the devs to fix things like that, and I don't think they're planning to.
I don't think so either.
No.
So I agree. The next base would be my main fortress. Now I don't have a teleporter in this base because of how
that's
it's
fine.
set up.
I can't see yet. I'm not loaded in. Sorry. My load screens often take a bit
no
longer than
worries.
other people's. I
No
think it might be
worries.
because of where I am in the world, maybe? I don't know. Okay, I'm in.
It's probably definitely a good spot. But I did obviously,
Oh, I
as you
forgot
can tell,
about
add a little
that.
bit of different changes with the ice.
Yes.
I did add a little bit of ice to it, so just to give it a little bit of flair.
Yeah, it does. It feels way more like it's a grown area rather than a man-made area. It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so nice. I
Very
forgot
nice.
about all the posters. I love the posters. Oh,
Last thing about the posters, because before I even continue, this room tells a story in itself.
explain.
As you can tell, this statue with the main fortress being the main fortress, that's why the globe is there.
Yes.
I'll let you get a good look at it. But
Thank you.
the reason why the statue and the fortress is in the middle is because if it wasn't for Jerome Laura obviously the fortress and all the posters that are around me wouldn't have happened, and we wouldn't have been able to have these events.
Yes.
So if it wasn't for them, none of the posters would be a thing.
I love it.
That's why I'm right there. The center of attention, that's where it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We will go this way first.
Okay. Hello, puppy! Hello, kitty!
Yeah, I kind of changed a little bit, so you'll see a little bit of a change.
The cat is so destructive.
Crypto is too, which is the funniest part. But crypto is too. And,
oh, look how good it looks when you walk through. It looks so good. Ugh.
Thank you. I low-key wish though, like, they didn't, like, recycle the cave layer hallways and kind of did, like, Sunstone hallways that look like this.
Oh, yeah.
But,
and also, I wish there was placement in there. These are so annoying because you can only place a couple of things on the ground. You can't put anything on the walls or ceiling. They're so annoying.
Yeah.
This whole base for placement of furniture is much more frustrating than any other base. And the fact that you keep using them so beautifully is just a testament to how good you are at this. So good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, this area is the hangar room.
Yes.
Because in the comics, he did have a hangar room with all of his jets and planes and stuff like that.
Yep.
And that's basically what the outside represents, obviously, hence the fact that it's outside.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, I actually just remembered myself, I have cameras that are on the outside of the fortress.
I've seen them.
That.
That's so clever. Cameras. Oh. Did I notice those? I don't think I noticed those. Are they new?
I didn't even realize them myself. No, they weren't. I actually had them right since the beginning of the base, and I completely forgot about them.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad we noticed. You noticed. I just, noticed after because you told me. But that's so smart.
I looked up and I was like, I forgot I had cameras there. I'm pretty sure I had them all around the base.
Yep.
But as a new addition, I have a mini version of the Phantom Zone portal projector.
Very well made. I've seen people made this before the Phantom Zone projector was actually an item. They did something similar to this, but not exactly the same. And this looks so good. I love how you're always putting this piece to the right to match the actual one. It looks so good. Everywhere you build them, you always put that on there. Or a piece to represent that section. It's beautiful.
I feel like it's just like, because I feel like it's a necessity, because it's just like, there's one way and only one way to activate it and close it. So
yeah.
You gotta have the little control, because if you don't, it might break.
Absolutely.
We don't want that.
Also, the House of Legends piece for the floor is like the perfect shape for this. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like it because it actually matched.
It does.
A lot.
It's the right shape, and the glowing white light goes with it so well and lines up with the crystals. Yeah. It's beautiful. Oh, you're so good. So good at this. I love it too.
Now I have a little telescope here, aka an all-star Superman. He had a time telescope.
Yes.
So that's
representative.
For the telescope.
Very nice.
Now this room, I gave it a little opening so Crypto and Streaky can have a little bit more freedom.
I love that.
This is Crypto's chamber.
Yes.
You remember, because I know you remember.
I do.
Being stuck in the tree.
Yes.
And you've got
2 balls because you need one for your cat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, Streaky is actually Supergirl's cat.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good. So I'm house sitting that cat.
Excellent.
It's like not even house sitting.
Kara could come visit.
Kara they actually share a fortress now.
Yeah,
because in the comics, Kara Zor-El used to have her own fortress, and it used to be a sand fortress in the desert.
Yes.
But it got destroyed, so ever since her fortress got destroyed, she's been sharing one with Superman.
Aw, that's nice. Unless he and Lois want to do that thing you were talking about earlier.
She has her own room She's good.
Excellent. I remember this. The shape is Superman shape, guys. Look! He made a Superman shape entry. I love that.
Yep. That Superman shit. Get it away.
It's so clever.
I re-added my little Helix bot, aka the Titan bot.
Hello, buddy.
Because in all iterations of Superman, like I said earlier with the Superman robots, he actually does have one called Helix, which is like the main one for the Fortress that controls the whole thing.
Ah, fair enough. And that's representative of him. I saw you also had the Let's bot near the entry that we came through, or exit rather, because we went to the outside, to represent the other bots. So that's awesome. I like this. I don't know that you meant this to be like this, but look! We can walk around the edge like a little section. It's so cool.
Yeah, I definitely did this. Like, I seen a YouTube video like a while back.
Yes.
And he was just giving out tips on like how to utilize it. And I'm like, they actually look like that on the other side?
I know!
I'm doing that.
Oh, genius. I love it.
It kind of just, I feel like it adds depth to, not even just depth and texture, but like how my bottom area is set up with Sunstone, it just matches with it.
It does, and it gives us like gorgeous views. Like as we move along, if you look around, you get to see things from all different perspectives. It's so nice. I love it.
Yep. I know you missed the ceiling in the one video, but this is what ceiling looks like in here on this side.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
look at all the ice and the shards. And stalactites.
Stalagmites.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It looks so real. You know what I love is that you make things look not perfectly symmetrical and even when you're trying to make it look like it's natural growth, and you do it so well because that looks so real. Real in the context of the world we're in. It doesn't look like a photograph, but you know, it's just beautiful. Yeah. It's so nice. You do such a good job.
That's how I kind of depict it, where it's just like whenever I'm placing anything that I know is like a natural like growth.
Yes.
I always try to have it where it's like, even though it's like placed in a specific way, I try to make it look as natural as possible.
You do a great job.
To anything. So you did spot on that.
Yeah, you did an amazing job, and I'm glad to see so many people are good at that. I need to practice. I make things too symmetrical, and they look less real and less lived in, which is, you know. I should do a video showing my space that I actually live in because you'll understand why I'm like that. But when it comes to the spring, that's the only one where I'm really good at making it not symmetrical or even and make it look natural. Everything else I need practice. And you do a great job. I will nab some of your ideas.
No problem. I'm not stingy. So you're good.
Thank you. So kind. Oh, I remember this. I was like, why 2 cages?
Why 2 cages? Because one is already in the cage as itself, but the tentacles were peeking out, so I was like, no, we're not doing that. You're going into a different cage because you look like you're breaked out.
Yeah, no breaking out.
No breaking out. And technically I think it's an all-star reference or a few references for Superman, he does have a Sun Eater pet.
Yeah.
That he found in space, and he does have like an anvil that makes him like little chunks of, he makes the Sun Eater like little chunks of sun, pieces of the sun artificially to feed him.
That's so weird.
That's
I love it.
Little setups there.
Yes. I wonder if anyone had caught that reference from my last video, because I had no idea. So whoever, I wonder if people knew. It wouldn't surprise me. Many people know more than I do. And the bedrooms! Oh yeah, I remember.
Yep. This one here specifically is Carl's.
Yeah, that's my favorite one too.
Red.
Yes.
Red is Carl.
Yes.
Then I have
so messy.
The Playhouse one being Jimmy Olsen.
Yes.
Fits him perfectly.
It does.
And then I have Lois's being this one, the Dynasty one, aka in a sense the broker, because I had something else there but it got too tight.
Yeah.
So that might get changed a little bit, but that's Lois's little world.
I mean, the bed is very pretty. It's quite feminine, so it works. Oh, it's the book! Oh, I remember. This was throwing me right off. I was like, what is he doing with this? What is it? A book? What is it? Oh, it's genius.
Yeah, thank you. In the comics, she actually had a giant steel diary.
Yes.
And I was just like, I haven't seen a Fortress of Solitude with one in it, so hey, I'll put one in it.
And you did, and it's brilliant. Oh, I wish there was a way to make it look more steel, but I think what you've done is absolutely brilliant. It's so clever. Oh, I remember this base so well coming past it. Oh, I love this bit too. Look. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's so cool.
So that's actually
a
new addition. But this is obviously the reporter, Clark Kent's room. I love his work. He does very well. So I did give him a little room because he is a good friend of mine.
Yeah, very kind of you. Very thoughtful. He's got good style there too. Do you see? That's a pretty good Clark Kent style.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. And then Bruce had to have his own room.
Of course.
So I gave him the back computer.
Look at that with all the tech.
To give him the back computer.
Yep, you were so kind.
Now, this little area I actually did change. I have a little thing in here. So I actually found out in the Fortress of Solitude there's actually something called an atomic cauldron.
Yes.
That he has in the fortress. So basically the chandeliers are referencing the atomic cauldron under the glass so we can walk over it and everything like that.
When I saw that, I was like, it's so pretty. It looks so clever. Is there two? There's two of them. On this side, two on the other? There's two on the other. I see that. 4, yes. Oh, it looks so beautiful. That's amazing. I'm going to jump up here and have a look down. Look at that. So cool. Is that kryptonite in the middle there?
Yep, so I was actually about to get to that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. No, you're good. I'm glad you noticed it. The little shard of kryptonite, it's actually not kryptonite, but in almost every iteration of Superman, when he first finds out about his Fortress of Solitude or finds out about his origin or more or less wants to know about his origin, movie referencing, he has a little green sunstone shard with him that he actually came with from Krypton, like with his ship. It came with him. So whenever he throws it, like say if he were to throw it in the Arctic or the desert, his Fortress of Solitude would grow from that crystal right then and there.
Oh, it's so cool.
So, like, okay, for example, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman and Superman and Lois, he actually had 2 fortresses. He had one in the Arctic, but it got destroyed. But manageably enough, the green crystal that he had was perfectly fine. So he ended up getting it and throwing it into the ocean, and now he has a fortress in the ocean.
Oh!
He has a fortress in the ocean. So, it is that.
That is so
that's
clever.
What that green shard represents. To add on to it, now that we're kind of on the topic of being like the main fortress and everything like that.
Yes.
Where you're standing, thanks to Vanguard actually giving me the inspiration to do it.
Good job, Vanguard.
This is actually the Sunstone Crystal Console, the main one to be more specific, that controls the whole fortress in itself.
And that is the table, the 31st century table. It looks so cool.
Yep, and it came, and it's funny enough, the green crystal actually is like the main prospected piece for the Sunstone Crystal Console. So
it makes perfect sense
the crystal
there.
In the middle, it's the center, and it's just everything. Since it's the main fortress, it's the main aspect of the thing. It's just all one persona when it comes to the center area right here.
Yes, it looks so good. Oh, the pieces underneath are amazing. The crystal is awesome as well. I love the way you've done this. I've seen this before. I think it was your base where I saw this before. But I love the way this table is utilized in this way by so many people. It looks so great. And the way that you clip your crystals through is beautiful. You're amazing at this.
All thanks to Vanguard.
Thank you, Vanguard!
And Vanguard, I seen in the video, and then he literally, like, right after you did your video on the base, he showed me his base. And I was just like, bro, I've been thinking about trying to get a Sunstone Crystal Console for the longest, and you just sat here and gave me the best idea I could do.
Yeah. Amazing.
I'll take you through the green room.
Okay. I love this.
The alien zoo.
This is my favorite. Look how pretty. Oh, this is more crowded than last time. Is there more mushroom? I love it. It's so pretty. Oh, you haven't? It feels, I don't know, it feels like there's more mushrooms. I don't know, it's so pretty. Because everything glows. And look at the
Yeah,
windows.
this is actually referencing the alien zoo that he has in almost every Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
To where he takes care of alien pets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Such a lovely
aquarium
person.
The aquarium part is actually a Superman animated series reference, because how he had his zoo set up, he had one zoo set up for all the land wildlife, and then he literally just had like one huge wall of an aquarium, and they were just straight parallel to each other, perpendicular to each other, like they were just across in one big hallway.
Yep. I love it.
That was great.
I always love the places that are so green and lush. It's so pretty. I love the New Genesis stuff in there too. Everything just glows, which really makes it seem alien, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love the glowing. Like I was gonna use the regular mushrooms, but then I'm like, nah, it doesn't look too alien.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go with the glowing ones because I like glowing stuff.
Yeah, it's perfect. The glowing is so pretty and also just ties in so well with the theme. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And funny enough, I kind of did this just because to have like a look over in a sense. Like if I didn't want to do the side edge, I kind of just have a sunstone crystal. I can just
stand and survey the area.
Yeah, I was doing. I was like, you know what? Might as well.
Yeah, it looks good.
It was like, there's nothing else to do. It was like, at first, like how I had it set up, it was like blank. But then I was like, you know what? A solid piece of sunstone would just go there, and then I can just have it as like a surveying area.
Yeah.
Might as well.
It looks natural too, though. Even if it's just put there to look natural, it totally works.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I kind of grew on it. I was like, huh. The more I look at it, the more natural it is.
Yep.
But this
so
whole
many.
room here.
So many trophies, yes. Oh,
And
you have like a huge
biggest-
collection.
The biggest prospect of it is the bottled city of Kandor itself,
Yes.
which is in every iteration. Funny enough, this is actually one whole piece.
I really thought it wasn't. Like, I was like, I'm sure that bottle is separate from that bottom piece, but it's one piece.
At first, I thought the same thing. I was just like, huh. Is the bottled city sort of a pedestal? What's happening? How does it work? And the next thing you know, I looked it up and looked into it. And
it's one
like,
piece. It's an awesome piece. I really thought you'd clip things in there, but it's beautiful. It works and makes so much sense. Very appropriate. And your trophies. I'm going to do a sweeping look. Look how good they look, guys. Look. Oh, it's just beautiful. Sorry, and funnily enough.
Okay. It's all right. So it's funny enough, the one thing I like about my main fortress when you walk in,
Yes.
it kind of just looks like, when you look into that trophy section, it kind of just looks like that's the end of it when you go there.
Yeah.
But then, like, when you walk back here, you have, like, 2 other rooms, and you're just like, oh, like,
Yeah.
wow, there's way more than I thought.
It's almost secret. And I love these two rooms. Because this has got what? This is the throne room and the armory, right? Right?
Yep.
Yay! I love this. Oh, your base is so good. Okay, see, look.
The armory before we hit the beautiful styles. This is my little armory.
No, throne room.
Throne room, sorry.
That's all right. I remember coming through here. I feel like I don't belong. I shouldn't sit in that chair. That's Superman's chair. It's so fancy. I don't think I would have expected Superman to sit like that, but that's fine.
It's the only way. It's the only way we can sit.
He's relaxed.
I honestly wish, like,
I'd be like this with the hugging of the knees.
oh yeah, the hugging of the knees one works too.
Yeah.
I like that one too. But then like, for this one, I'm like,
he looks so happy.
He looks happy. He's relaxed.
Yeah.
He's kind of hanging there.
Yeah, well, it is his fortress. He's allowed to be chill.
Yeah. Funny enough, I honestly wish they were able to add that mechanic.
Yeah, I think it's something they should add to the game, is that we should be able to interact with our furniture items, at least the beds and the chairs, you know? But I doubt they're going to do it.
Yeah, same.
If it's not gaining them any income, I don't think they're going to focus on it.
Yeah.
I love the way you've clipped your Superman symbol through the window piece. That looks brilliant.
Thank you.
I really like that too. It seems simple, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's right. Like when I did it at first, like I was hoping it didn't clip through, but then when it did, I was like, you know what? That doesn't look bad.
No, it
So
looks
I'm like, I'm
good.
gonna just keep it.
Yeah, I really like it. It seems like he did it on purpose. So I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I did it, I was like, huh. It worked out better than I thought. It worked better. There it is.
Yep. Armory, look at the armories, guys. So many Supermans. So many Supermans. Oh, okay.
Now, I am going to start this way.
All right. And don't forget, I'll
So
need
this one-
you to face away from me and I'll stand behind you to get a good shot for people.
Yeah, so to make it easier, I'll take it out here so you can get a better angle because I know this area is pretty tight.
Oh, thank you. Good idea.
So this suit is actually, you can technically say it's two first iterations of Superman. So this version is from the Golden Age. So you have Action Comics #1 version of Superman, and you have the first issue of Superman comic itself.
Yes.
You had two, so you had one for Action Comics and then one on its own.
Yeah.
So that's basically this style, referencing both.
His face looks grumpy. I don't know why.
Yeah, so in the Golden Age, how he was drawn, he looked like old, but he didn't look that old, like he looked young at the same time. So it's kind of like this face was like the best iteration, kind of add that like
That look
he's
to it.
young, but he still has a little bit of wrinkles in it and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I don't mind the wrinkles. I just think he looks a little grumpy. Like he looks a little upset with me.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
This skin is a weird one, but I like it because it's the closest depiction.
Yes. It's a good choice.
Yeah. I was gonna do, I think, which one is this one? I think this one's Human 2, if I remember. No, this one's not Human 2.
I like the emblem. Is it just meant to be the
classic
shape, but not the texture? Because I can see there's like a sun shape on there. Is that meant to be on it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep, so
Oh, I'm so
the
glad.
emblem
Ooh.
does have two. This is actually the Apollo emblem.
Yep.
And I have it as all golds because we don't have a Golden Age Superman emblem, and the closest thing to a Golden Age Superman emblem is this emblem.
Yes.
Surprisingly, because he has two iterations of it. One iteration, it looks like an upside down arrowhead, or AKA a shield,
Yes.
and it has a red S in the middle. And then same for his first issue. His first issue actually looks just like the Apollo emblem, so kind of think about this emblem, but add a red S in the middle.
It looks really good. I like the texture of it. I was hoping it was the correct texture and it wasn't just annoying that you were trying to get a plain triangle, because I think it looks so cool. But I'm glad. I wish you had what you needed though. Exactly what you
I
needed.
know.
Yeah.
The Mazda emblem is actually another good emblem for it.
Yeah.
Less more on like the Action Comics version. Like here, if I had, because I do have it. Like this emblem.
The
but
shield.
Obviously, it's like small.
They're always
and more or
small.
less, like very small, and I can have it to where it kind of looks like that,
Yeah.
but it's not centered. So it's just like, I just kind of stuck with the Apollo one.
Yeah. I
I
agree with your choice. Yeah.
So this style is obviously my main style, hence being the NPC,
Yeah.
or AKA Rebirth Superman.
Why on earth can't they make one without the neck part? Because so many people want it. They can clearly make a chest piece with that symbol on it. I think it's cool how everyone colors the neck piece to match their skin tone, but I just wish they'd give the players what they want. I really wish.
Yeah, it's funny enough because I think I posted it on Twitter not so long ago, but the closest iteration that we have is the style of straight wear chest.
Yeah.
But there's no detail and that one's small. So
It's so small. Yeah. Nah, everyone uses this piece, and it's because it's the best choice. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
You look great.
Lots of people like to use high collar as well.
Yeah.
High collar is another good one.
It's got the
Because
same
you can
thing going
the
though.
same iteration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look
But fair
great.
enough. There's the NPC, so you can get a comparison. Obviously. Hence.
Yeah, look how big
why
his
this
symbol
inspiration
is.
for it. Yeah. His symbol is huge.
It's so much
Funny enough, I think I
better.
actually, funny enough, I think I actually like did like a little bit of a photo magic at it and put the big emblem on my style because I was like, I was sick of it having this bigger one when I look at them.
Smart.
So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll do this myself. But my next style is actually, funny enough, the other NPC Superman, the old one, the
Oh, yeah.
2011 version.
Yep.
So, that,
Ooh, you look
but
nice.
it is also the basic classic.
Yep.
But the color scheme I have for him is actually from the NPC himself.
Ooh, the gold belt is really nice too. You look really good.
Yeah. The only reason why I have it gold is because, sadly enough, with the hairstyle that I'm wearing, you actually have to waste a color palette for it to be black. Fully.
Yeah, I've noticed that for some of them they won't go proper black unless you put a chroma on top. So I understand. Yeah, I do that all the time with my characters to get their hair black because often it's not black, even though naturally my hair is brown. Like my character now. Most of my builds have black hair because I think it looks cool. It looks really great on him.
The craziest thing about this hair, there is a beard version, okay? I'll show you the beard version, obviously. There's a beard version of it.
Hello, sir. He looks good. I like beards. Okay.
You got, I can't blame you. You got one with a beard and then one without a beard.
Yes.
But the glitch that's actually another problem with this hairstyle is if I put a material on the hairstyle, it gives me a beard.
Oh. So you have to use a chroma specifically to get the black.
Yeah, I have to
That's
use a
annoying.
palette itself.
I've got to say,
have to
I
use
don't
the
mind the beard, so I'm okay with this problem. No, I'm not okay with this problem because it's going to bother people. But the beard looks awesome.
Yeah, I would say if you're going with a Superman style that has a beard attached, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, the perfect example would be the 6-dimensional Superman, aka the statue that's in the armory room. So this
He looks
style here
great.
does have a beard,
Yes.
so you can do
Yep.
that.
Yeah, I will say classic Superman does not. Most of the time, Superman does not. But yeah, 6th Dimension definitely does.
Yeah.
I just have a thing for beards.
Yeah, enough. I can't blame you.
Oh, the little cape.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming out. In general, I think capes are just kind of silly. Just in general, because I don't think they serve any purpose. And really, I think if you think about it, they would actually be a hindrance. But the little one, it looks like you took it off your kid.
Yeah.
It works on some builds. I've seen some builds that have the short cape and they look amazing, but I've got to say this one looks like you stole it from somebody. But it's accurate, so.
Funny enough, like All-Star Superman, he did kind of have like a small cape in the comics, depending like the it depends on what version of All-Star Superman. Like my version of All-Star Superman that I'm currently wearing is more comic based.
Yes.
But in the animated series, he had like the longer one covering his shoulders and stuff like that. Like the perfect example I can give you for an All-Star cape would be the Night of Vengeance Batman one. So like this was his cape in All-Star for the animated series iteration.
Yeah. Oh, that looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
See, the capes, I can't deny, do look cool. They really do.
Yeah.
But I just think they're impractical, that's all. But I like that this one's accurate for the style that you're doing. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Actually, if you think about it, the shorter cape is much more practical because it would have less problems, right? Because there's less material to deal with.
Yep. There's less things that can get caught on it.
Exactly.
So,
I have a couple of builds that have capes, but it's because I'm making an iconic, like my Raven character does, and my Superwoman does, because that's what they have in the particular builds I've made. And my Omniverse character does because it's matching Maltese cape, so. Oh,
there you go.
You look like you could kick my ass. I mean, you already did, but it's even more so now.
No.
The shaded comic is always such a good choice.
Now this style is actually connected to the Brainiac one from earlier.
Yes?
Same shell, but this is his second season new suit that he got.
Oh, okay. That's why he's got the grumpy face looking at me like he's going to hurt me, because Brainiac's controlling him. Knew it!
Yes. So this style was this is the season 2 style, his new one that he got before, I think after he got mind. It was after he got mind controlled by Brainiac.
Yep.
So that's
Nice.
his new suit, and honestly, I like this new suit.
I love it. I do too. You look great. Yeah. Oh, it looks so
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think you look like
I
you're
like
gonna kick
that
my
emblem
ass.
personally.
Oh yeah, so do I. It's a good size
And
too.
it's funny enough. Yeah, this emblem, surprisingly enough, can work for Bazaar.
Oh yeah.
And technically, a Kingdom Come Superman. In my opinion, others might disagree, but in my opinion, I would say this emblem is a perfect iteration for Bazaar or a Kingdom Come Superman.
Yeah.
It is the form of Zan emblem from the anniversary event.
It looks great. You just in general look great.
Thank you.
No problem.
But,
You're so good at getting your builds like just perfect. I love it. And you know way too much about Superman.
When I get into a character, I definitely, like, I wasn't always a Superman, I will say that now. Like, it's like, since this is the new year, I would say this is probably like my 5th or 6th year being Superman.
Yep. Well, it suits
So,
you look so good. I remember you telling me about this one because I couldn't work out a really good way to use that piece, the accessory, and I had an idea for it. I never got the accessory, so I'm not going to do it. But you've utilized it so well here.
Thank you. So, this version of Superman is a new 52 version of Superman, and this version of Superman is basically called the New God of Strength, and when he was on Apocalypse and he actually ended up absorbing the energy or apocalyptic flames of Apocalypse, that actually ended up making him the New God of Strength, hence the title being New God. And with this version of Superman, he actually was the weakest of all of the other Justice League members getting New God powers.
Which is weird.
The only reason why, yeah, I know, but the only reason why he was the weakest is because he was the most unstable.
Oh, yes. Actually, I remember you saying that last time.
Yeah, he was the most unstable, but he was the New God of Strength, which kind of doesn't make sense because it's just like you have the New God of Strength, but you're way more aggressive, but you're unstable at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's
the new
like,
god of untamed strength.
Exactly. Now, the reason why I have the accessory on it is hence the fact of it being from Apocalypse. And I was just like, why not? You know what I mean? Having apocalyptic builds.
And it looks cool. It can just be because we have artistic license, and you definitely did such a good job on this one.
Now, while I do this for a second, as you saw, my eyes glowed.
Yes!
Because to add to the style, to add to the apocalyptic aspect, I'm pretty sure you can guess what's coming next, hence the eye glow, I have the Omega Beam.
Nice! Yes! Oh, it's perfect!
So I have the Omega Beams on this character just to complete that aspect of the style.
I might have to change my thumbnail. I like that shot, was so good!
It's funny though, because with this style, like, for me, myself, when I make styles, I always try to tell a story and have it make sense when it comes to styles.
Yes.
This style is actually my DPS style. Because of the fact on being a DPS,
you're going to use the Omega Beam.
You're aggressive.
Yeah.
You're aggressive, but at the same time, I have Linear's Amulet, which makes my DPS unstable, which kills me, as you can see, the more I decide to fight.
Yeah.
But
it's so appropriate. Yeah.
Hence the Omega Beams.
Ah, I love it. It's so cool.
I have rules for healing.
Yep.
So just all, I love this style, and I have it as my DPS because it's just like it's the perfect iteration for Superman being unstable but aggressive style.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's very hard, so.
Oh, you look so cool. I can't necessarily say that's my favorite style. No, I totally can. That's my favorite style. I love it. It's just so cool. It really is. And creative and clever. I love it. But I always have a thing for the black and white too.
Dark Crisis one.
Yeah, actually he has a point. Galaxy Dark Crisis is my favorite. This one can be a close second.
Obviously, This one being the tech room, aka the main Fortress Superman Super Science Lab.
Yes.
I have the Jor-El AI, aka
Yes.
Six-Dimensional Superman statue, being my helper with my battle-ready suit, or my prep time suit, I should say.
Yes.
So in the comics with this suit, I actually did update it and change it, funny enough.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but I don't remember the helmet. Was the helmet on?
So the helmet was on, but it was a different helmet, and I had a different chest on it. I used the House of the Rear suit, different pants. I had it look more like a New 52 Superman. But the more I dug deep into his style, he did actually have red underwear on the style, and it wasn't too much of an armor look, but it was like an armor-plated kind of look. So
yes.
I slimmed it down more, made it look a little armor-plated.
It looks great.
It up a little bit.
Is that biker gloves?
These gloves are...
Because they've got the knuckles glow, and they're short. They're not biker.
Gotham Outlaws.
Oh, Gotham Outlaw. Because the female gloves are different, so when I see male gloves, I don't know exactly what they are sometimes. But yeah, they look great. That is such a good choice. I love the color, and I love the way the knuckles are glowing that red. It looks great. Which is a very small point, but
so,
you look amazing.
Thank you. So with this style, there was a comic where Batman, of course Batman, would have a failed contingency plan for the Justice League.
Yeah.
And he had made a robot that somehow became online, but the robot knew how to kill the whole Justice League.
Yeah.
And this is the style, or this is the suit that Superman wore while fighting that robot called Failsafe. But this style is supposed to be protecting him from kryptonite shards or kryptonite daggers, whatever the case may be. But Failsafe knowing Failsafe, like being able to kill the Justice League and knowing how, he broke through the suit.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a perfect suit in a sense for what I do for my Superman, where it's like he has to have his protective suits on him.
Yes.
No matter how many styles I have, I always make sure he has his suits on.
Excellent.
For this section, this is my Red Sun chamber.
Yes. Isn't it amazing? It looks so great. The lights as well are a really good touch. I love it.
Yeah.
It looks so nice.
So with this reference, this is a Christopher Reeves reference, because in one of the movies he had a Sunstone crystal chamber to where he ended up making a decision to get rid of his powers because of how much he loved Lois, and since he was an alien, he technically couldn't really date a human. So he made that decision to sit here and, you know what, I'll get rid of my powers if that's what I have to do to date someone or be able to have the love of my life or whatever the case may be.
That's so romantic! And also a massive sacrifice.
Christopher Reeves is a good Superman.
Yeah.
He's a goat.
Absolutely. But did Lois ask him to do that? That would, I could never, okay. He's just sacrificing for it. Oh, that's so sweet! Oh, it gets you right in the feels, doesn't it?
Funny enough, I actually recently watched all the Christopher Reeve movies. She was sitting there watching it happen.
Yeah, I haven't seen them recently, but she seems to be like kind of placid and doesn't really have a personality. But I haven't seen everything, and I certainly haven't seen it recently, so I might be mistaken. But is that what you get from it too?
Yeah, like she was kind of like, you just gonna let him do it. You know what I mean? Like
I could never.
Like, you just gonna let him give up the powers? You just gonna sit there and let him give up the powers?
It seems like an unbalanced amount of love there. Like, he loves her way more than she loves him.
Yeah, like, oh, really?
Oh, I couldn't. Goodness, yeah.
What you gotta do?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No, I couldn't either. Absolutely not. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yep.
This is the new one. This is the one that replaced the black suit.
Yes.
I switched them out. And it makes sense because all the other two suits are in there.
It's so good. Yes.
But this is the new edition, Sunstone Fortress or SunstoneMatrix suit.
Yep. I love that still. It's so good.
Thank you. This is actually my PvP based suit. So like if I were to go to like Metropolis, Little Bohemia, where like everybody likes to hang out the most.
Yes.
In phase 1, villains and heroes are always fighting, and I just made a PvP loadout, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna credit to Havoc as well.
Yeah.
We'll just throw him out there. But he's the one who actually hooked me up with the PvP loadout.
Awesome. I don't have any PvP on my character at all. So, yeah, I probably need to work that out, because at some point Multiverse said he was going to do something with PvP and it would be his team versus my team. And I was like, no one will be on my team. I have never played PvP. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to have to work it out. Oh, thank you. I'll feel bad, though, if people come onto my team just because they feel sorry for me. That's not nice. So I feel bad for them, then.
Funny enough, with this tune specifically, he doesn't have any PvP gear on him. But
okay.
Doomsday is actually at 100 PvP gear.
Nice.
So I was thinking about getting PvP gear on my Superman, but I was like, I don't know, because I'm kind of doing good without the PvP gear in PvP right now. So I'm like,
yeah, well, fair enough.
PvP is kind of on the dead end right now.
Yeah, that's the reason I haven't played it, really, is because no one does, and it wasn't really introduced to me very well in the game. I didn't even know it was a thing until other people were telling me about it, because, I don't know, some of the information about the game isn't really revealed very well from the beginning anymore, if you're a newer player. So PvP, I had no idea. People had to tell me.
Yeah. So, this is obviously the supercomputer.
Yes. So pretty. Look at the screens. The way you clip everything in together is just it's magic. Like the exobyte table and the ship hanging above and the screens behind and Lex clipped into the console. It's just, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
I got the little ship here, and funny enough, with this ship, I actually kind of did something that it says you can barely see it, but you can see it, but I kind of put a hive turret
on the nose!
In front of it.
Cool!
To make it a tipped nose. To make
very
it look
cool.
More like a rocket ship nose.
Yes!
But
it's very appropriate. If I'm flying up, maybe it's something that can be seen with the fence up, I'm not sure. But I do think that it's really clever. The way that you've got the sunstone pieces sloping in underneath, like it's landed and crushed to the ground underneath it. I love that.
It's really like caved in a little bit.
Yeah, it's very clever.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can totally see it, even with the fence there. Yeah.
Now over here.
You know I can't see you now, right? Oh no, I can't. There you are. I thought you were in decorator mode.
No, yeah, you're good. I'll go into real quick just to do an easy quick fix and then come back out.
Okay, cool.
Now this here, the reason why I have the teleport here, I know you asked about this in
the previous video.
This is actually the dark matter canister.
Yes.
From
so cool.
not Save the Universe. Dakota City, Shock to the System.
Yes.
So I am actually currently utilizing it as my teleporter because how I see it, or how I have it set up in my depiction, that what's in the canister is actually a part of the Phantom Zone.
Oh,
so
I
took
see.
a chunk of the Phantom Zone portal because apparently a friend told me like the Phantom Zone portal was like an actual living being at one point in the comics. So I took a chunk of the Phantom Zone. Yeah, when she told me that, I found out, and I was like, huh?
That's so cool and weird. And surprising.
I know, but I'm like, huh, okay. So with that being said, and then being the Phantom Zone itself, I took a chunk of the Phantom Zone and put it into the canister, and since I'm studying it, it ended up becoming, it still had the teleporting capabilities.
That's so clever.
So
I love that. That's so smart. Now I get it. Now it makes sense to me. Because I wasn't sure what was going on here exactly. So I love that. That's really smart.
Yes, now it's my little mini teleporter Fortress like little Phantom Zone thing.
Yes.
I got. Now here is obviously where I would wear my recovery suit.
Yes.
Or if anybody were to be injured or in danger, whatever the case may be.
And it's like A suit that's protective against kryptonite.
Yep, so hence why the kryptonite's right here.
Yes, I
have
see.
the AI working
Yep.
on the suit. And the suit is actually, hence why this bed is here.
Yes.
So he's actually, like, while I'm recovering and everything like that, he's actually trying to currently, like, find a way for kryptonite to not affect me
Yes.
as much as it does the first time.
Yes.
So, like, if I get affected by kryptonite, I'll lay down here. He'll add more to the suit, or more or less the suit will be added to the data of, like, this version of kryptonite did this, or this did that, and it'll kind of adjust itself to whichever one is around.
Yes.
But
It's
right
so
now,
clever.
it's great.
Yes. It's so clever.
Right now,
and I love the way you used for the AI the chandeliers above them.
Yeah, so
I think that looks
chandelier,
great.
To give that animation, like, since it's a stone
Yes.
statue,
It gives it
chandelier
movement.
gives it that, like, it gives it that, like, hey, it's a hologram because, like, the chandelier summons it from the crystal.
Yes.
And then it pops up there.
Yes.
Kind of like how Oracle does in the Animator event. When she just kind of shows up randomly, pixelated and stuff.
Yes. It's
That's
just
kinda like
so
how
smart.
it depicted. Yeah.
You're a genius.
Oh.
It's brilliant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that's it. I don't think I really missed anything.
I don't think you did.
We just got this room done, got everything here, right?
Oh, I'm going to look from this view too, because this is a gorgeous view. Look, guys. Look at that wall. Oh, that wall is so good. The amount of sunstones you must have used.
It was so much. It took so many pieces of sunstone.
Yes. I'm not surprised. Oh, and I will go and have just a look in the armory for them. I know that I have seen it on my previous video, but I nicked out kind of fast. So just in case anyone hasn't seen the previous video, look at his armory. It's got glowy weapons. Oh, I love it. Just all your little touches are just so clever. And very, very relevant to Superman. You know way too much about Superman. It's awesome.
Yeah, as soon as I became the character, I kind of just did my info, just did all my research.
Yeah.
Just got what I got.
You put so much work in, and it absolutely shows. It's beautiful. Just brilliant.
And then I got the little ice version of Superman in there to add to the other two, because he technically counts as a statue.
That's true.
Even though it's many. And I like it, actually, surprisingly enough, because it's below the banner, so it's just like it fits perfectly.
Also, there's the new colored one that you can get from Anniversary. Is there not another one I think you can get? I'm pretty sure.
So, Superman himself, like Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman actually don't have statues of triumphs. The closest iteration for Superman would be Ultraman's Statue of Triumph.
Oh, I
which
thought
I can
that
actually kind of depict and show you.
I thought that this year's anniversary included the mentors of for heroes and villains. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly.
Yeah. She's mixing this up with Christmas.
They actually gave us Jon Stewart, Hawkgirl, Flash.
You're right. You're right. I'm remembering incorrectly. You know what I'm doing? I'm mixing it up with the Christmas ones. Never mind. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the Statue of Triumph next to you.
Okay.
But to your left. But the closest depiction of Superman that we have for a Statue of Triumph is Ultraman.
Oh yeah. Not quite appropriate.
And that will be it. Sadly enough, every other one is a statue of Superman.
Why on earth would they not make a Superman one? Honestly, all of the mentors should be depicted. Ugh.
To be honest, I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't do the Trinity first.
Same.
But then I feel like I know why.
Why?
I feel like it's because they don't have a mission to where they're actually evil in a sense, or mind controlled as their last big final boss.
Oh. Fair, I guess. I don't know. I still wish they had have done it.
I feel like that. Yeah, because I think all the Statues of Triumph that they have now, you have to complete the raid, and usually the Statue of Triumph boss that's there is usually the last final raid boss.
Yeah, you're right. But I still don't like it.
I know. you got a controlled Lex Luthor and a controlled Superman in one of the other raids from last episode. You can't even
Yeah.
get Statue of Triumph still. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Maybe it's something
Alright.
they'll do. I mean, these devs seem to be grabbing old stock items and rehashing them, so maybe they'll rehash the ones that they've used for other things and just give them some color.
For this next base, I would say, you might want to dress up just a little bit. A little suit and tie.
Suit and tie, get fancy?
Get a little bit, not too fancy, but just fancy enough.
Am I
Well, you know
underdressed?
what?
I feel
guess-
underdressed.
I guess I'll tell you the secret. But
Okay.
Here's my secret. I'm Superman. Clark Kent is Superman.
No!
Clark Kent is Superman.
I would never have guessed.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm ready.
You can't tell no one else.
Don't worry, I'll keep your secret. You rescued me once. I wouldn't tell a soul.
Thank you.
Which one are we going to?
To the Daily Planet.
I should have worked that out. How silly am I? I'm reading them all now and I'm
So
like,
good.
I mean, Clark's apartment. It could have been Clark's apartment.
Oh, yeah, it could be close. That's next. That's after
Excellent.
the Daily Planet.
Okay. I feel like I may have dressed a little too formal for where we're going now.
Lovely people, we are going to leave this video here and call it part 1. A part 2 will obviously follow this one. I would like to thank Superman for letting us see all of his bases and his styles. We still have more to see, and I think you're amazing at what you do. Your bases are great and very Superman-esque, and your builds for your armories are absolutely beautiful and very, very accurate. I'm impressed. I also should let you guys know that the video we were speaking about in the beginning of this video that Superman was planning to release, that I told you had not yet been released, actually ended up being released in the period of time it took from then until now. So I will link that video below in case anyone is interested, and I hope all of you guys have a good one.